Hey, Greg here. Things are breaking down faster than what anybody imagined. We haven't had power in over a week. We don't know if it was a ransomware, EMP, whatever. The chaos is really happening quickly. Nobody imagined this happening this fast. I have to be careful of the light. Pulled an all-nighter on the guard duty. Things are happening really fast, really quickly. It's awful. Gas stations closed, banks closed, no power. Dollar store ransacked. The church up the road was burnt down by people who claimed this is God's fault. Some of my crew showed up. There were different locations. I got the walkie-talkie ready to go. The emergency alert system says we are under a state of martial law. We're not to go anywhere. There hasn't been any cars going up and down the road for quite a while. Some of the neighbors that don't have generators have been hitting me up for food, and I told them, I said, I can't continuously feed you if you just take it home and eat and then come back the next day and ask for more. You're either going to have to help by standing guard or doing something else, but can't do it anymore. They take it home and eat and don't come back until they're hungry again. You got to pull your weight. All nighter, I'm so tired. I've only been sleeping 2 or 3 hours a day. Everybody's taking shifts in the house, different positions. You always wonder if you did enough, and you didn't. I don't know how much we can go. I've had to turn off the air conditioning in the house to make the propane last longer. The missus is really tired as well, and she doesn't feel good. Clothes, we started to wash the sheets in the dry sink down in the basement using some of the surplus water, and I was hanging them outside down below the house in the woods on the clothing line to dry, but I heard shots last night in the woods. Poachers are out there looking for food. Heard a four-wheeler going by, and it was a guy up the street. He's on the city council. Sorry, I'm looking around to make sure nobody's sneaking up on me. He's on the town council, and he said the police in the small town, they've abandoned their post because they were overwhelmed. The dollar store downtown got broken into and ransacked, and the many gas stations got robbed. All the cigarettes and all the beer and all the liquor was done, and that got burnt down. People are going crazy quicker than what anybody thought. They heard that the power isn't coming on and the military is traveling around. Cleveland is in flames. Cincinnati is in flames. All the major cities, it's just chaos, total chaos. We're on our own. I'm gonna go inside. It's pouring down rain, and things are just bad. I can't drive the car. There's no gas to refill it. I thought about loading it up with supplies, and bugging out. But over there on the highway, cars are backed up for miles. People are abandoning their cars because they ran out of gas, and now they're trying to walk into the city, go up to the hotel, but it's been booked. There's no power there either. There's just people wandering around. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just, I thought I'd be prepared, but I don't think you could ever do enough for this. At least we're better off than most. One of the things that's good is that we have plenty of coffee, and we're going through that faster than anything. Everybody's tired, but they drink coffee, sleep a few hours, get up. We do what we can while somebody stands guard. So we're just taking it easy while we can. I'm going to go inside the house, See if I can get something to eat. Listen, it's 4 hours and changing positions and guard shift is just wearing on you, especially now that it's raining. And then since I turned off the air conditioning in the house, it's really hot to sleep in the house, so we're sleeping down the basement in shifts. There's only a few of us. The neighbor across the street, he was hooked on heroin, and when I was at the other guard position, I saw him out there puking his guts out in his yard, and he was in really bad shape. There's houses on the street up and down. I rode the bicycle during the day shift, 2 of us, to see what's going on and talking to the neighbors. And sorry if I'm just rambling, it's just really hectic. Talking to the neighbors, and some people that were at work, that worked in Cleveland, haven't made it back yet. I don't know if they're coming back or not. So far, none of the houses have been really broken into. I guess we're still on the trust situation. I've been giving out coffee to some of the other people that come by that have CBs and ham radios. Apparently, we're not the only country that was hit, but they didn't go into too much detail. There's been a lot of fighting down at the border. They tried to close it, and the National Guard is fighting with the cartels. You'll hear jets flying over once in a while, so we're still have some semblance of army and stuff like that, but there's nothing coming out of the White House. They're just saying we'll get it turned back on as soon as we figure out how to turn it back on, but the infrastructure is just so weak and everything else, and even if they pay the money, I don't know when we'll get it turned back on. They said sit still. They're setting up some Red Cross shelters in some of the stadiums, like Cleveland Stadium and different ballparks and everything else, and people that have fled Cleveland are heading there. But all that does is remind me of Katrina, when they went into the dome down there, and there was more rape and robberies and murder that happened in there. So I'm staying away from that. I'm here at the house. We've got plenty of food and ammo for a while. Coffee we're burning through left and right. We're making cowboy coffee, big pots of it. Milk's gone, so we're using powdered milk. We have Capri Sun pouches and some juice bottles and everything else like that. It's just scary. I don't know. We're eating, and that's a good thing. So far we have water to force flush the toilets, and we're okay there. But the generators are attracting noise and everything else. And people are starting to say, can I come over, take a shower? And I'm like, no, we don't have showers. We don't have water for that. People are saying, you have food, give us something to eat. And I'm like, unless you're part of the group, you can't. And they're walking up and down the road, and the people that we know that are friends, we say, if you help us, we'll help you, but just can't keep feeding you. Sorry, I'm just so tired. I don't know how many more. It's been over a week. I've lost track. We have the battery operated clocks, so I know what time it is, and I have a wind-up watch, but there's little to no internet, so this is basically a diary. I don't even know if this will upload. You try your cell phone, all you get is a busy signal. So I'm on the walkie-talkie. I don't know. I don't know if I did enough. I don't know how long this is going to last. All I know is it's pouring down rain. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Hearing those shots out in the woods and seeing a flashlight once in a while. People are poaching, trying to find food, and I know the people that have cattle up the road, they're vulnerable. I don't know. Alright, YouTube. Very Shores Prepping. Undisclosed location. Hope to see you again sometime. Greg out.